like that. They're off and running down into turn 1, 3 and 4 wide.
William Byron, the pole setter, took the outside lane. Not a surprise, as the 4 of Kevin Harvick slides up a little bit, and that bright orange number 4 loses a few spots.
Yeah, lost a little traction there in turn number 1, and it shot him up the racetrack. But everybody chasing after William Byron. Martin Truex Jr. 1 and 2 as they go down Long Pond straightaway into the tunnel turn.
They've got to run. They want to continue that momentum. You get away from the car on the outside or the inside to keep the side draft from slowing you down.
Oh, got to spin.
Oh, the 15 goes around. Contact with the left front. That's going to bring the caution out.
So J.J. Yaley gets into the inside wall, and the first caution comes out. Getting ready for the restarts. The pace car is going to make the left turn onto pit road. Field back in the hands of Byron and Truex Jr.
William Byron and Truex Jr. on the outside. The 22 Logano lined up on the inside here for this restart. There they go, fanning out, getting runs, blocking runs. It's going to get more intense as the race goes. Those final few restarts later today will be wild.
The contact right there, guys. I saw the 34. I'm not sure what happened. Now Bubba Wallace way up the racetrack.
Yeah, McDowell in the 34 shot down. It looked like there was some contact made as they were getting into turn 1.
Now there's some 2 and 3 wide. They're going to have to get this sorted out. 3 wide up front. Look at this, into the tunnel. I don't think 3 wide was an option, but William Byron's making it work. Okay.
All of this has allowed Logano to get clear by almost a second over Larson. Let's see if Larson now with that second position and clean air can drive him down and take the lead from the 22.
Those are those moments. We talk a lot about strategy, but it's a lot about holding serve as well. Byron had the lead. Now he's lost it.
You see Corey LaJoie moving up the racetrack. Now Bubba Wallace, and LaJoie very close to the wall, may have even tagged it.
Yeah, it looked really slow on corner exit. Looked like he got loose in the middle, was heading up the track. I thought it was just out of the gas, but I think he did hit the wall, Rick. We'll take a look at the right side. Hard to tell at speed.
Yeah, it's way up the racetrack, gets out of the groove, makes contact right there. Has to come all the way out of the throttle, and now everybody just running him down. He's trying to figure out his car right now. He's trying to sort it out. Is there damage? Is there not damage? He's coming to pit road.
So does this start a flow of more cars making their way? And it looks like they're having a problem on the right side or the left side.
So this is the fear of every crew chief. So we're going to see where the 8 blends back out to the leader. Now we're going to have a little bit to cover because we're also going to have a wave of pit stops coming in right here. So this is Kyle Busch leaving. Let's see what Joey Logano tries to do off turn 4. He's going to kind of stay on the racetrack. There you go. Look, everyone else. Here comes Larson, Byron, Harvick. This is going to look like a caution. There's so many cars. But what about Kyle Busch? Ooh, he is going to get lucky and stay on a lead lap, even with that slow pit stop, Kim. You see right there the 9 to Chase Elliott, the 8 of Kyle Busch. Well, look at this. Joey Logano, who's that right behind Joey Logano? I think that's the 47 of Stenhouse, who said, man, I came to pit road and I lost a lap. Now he's using those new tires. He has to push hard, and probably Logano thinks, man, I got a big gap behind me. I don't want to mess with this 47. Keeping him a lap down isn't a high priority for me. So that's an important move by Stenhouse Jr. to get back on the lead lap. That could make his entire day.
It also shows that new tires may matter. You know, we didn't see that in practice, Steve, but with Stenhouse being able to go up there and pass the leader, that shows me that new tires could come into play late in this race.
35 cars on the lead lap at the end of stage 1 as Joey Logano, with a 1.8 second lead over Martin Truex Jr., is going to win stage 1. Already his 3rd stage win of the year. Martin Truex Jr. grabbing those stage points. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, AJ Allmendinger on the top 5.
Turn going down, he got real late there.
Oh, sounds like a potential tire going down to the 22. Might have got super lucky.
And this is a familiar sight. William Byron on the inside, Larson on the outside, or vice versa, as we see the 24 and 5 getting the green flag. And once again, as Kyle Petty mentioned, they're fanning out 3, 4, 5 wide as they get ready to come into turn 1. Contact made.
22 Logano's
Logano, who won the stage,
the
backwards.
Suarez in the wall.
That is huge for Suarez. Talked about this tight point battle. This is the problem with starting back mid-pack. Joey Logano won stage 1. Remember, think about this. Only one stage 1 winner has finished in the top 5 2 of the last 8 races. Joey Logano in the outside lane. Goes to the bottom. Oh, yeah, a little bit of contact from the car in front of him. He came down on him. Couldn't quite make out who that was.
So there it is. The 45 of Reddick is on the outside of the 22, and the 22 is getting shoved around. Like, you know, he has some control, but when you're getting pushed that much, Jeff, you kind of are being steered by the car behind you, and you see it steer him into the left rear quarter panel of the 45 car Reddick. It turns him around.
William Byron, he's on the outside. Larson on the inside. We'll try it again.
Great pushes from both lanes. That outside looks a little more organized. Got 3 cars bumper to bumper.
They're side by side into one. Larson tried to surge ahead. Got about a half a car length there, and then momentum. And now Austin Dillon slides around.
That all started in turn 1 on a restart. On the restart, BJ McLeod had some trouble getting down into 1. Kyle Petty talked about it, how crazy these restarts are, how aggressive you have to be. Here Austin trying to get the car fired up, won't fire.
We'll try again. That outside row has the 24, the 4, and the 12 all lined up, as well as the 6. Back up through the gears they go. We'll see how they do through turn 1 this time. Now, cars jumping out of line.
Chase Elliott makes a move on his teammate Alex Bowman down into turn 1.
Oh, and around goes a 5. Larson goes up and tags the wall. Caution comes out again.
Marty told us a while ago that a request came to William Byron, from William Byron to his spotter. Make sure I get my tires cleaned up on the restart. They did not have good grip driving into turn 1 with debris on them. Get them cleaned up.
Man, I think Christopher shoved him a little bit too far into the corner, and he was worried about hitting his teammate, or maybe they did make contact. But Christopher Bell had the 5 car upset right there.
Yeah.
Way too much pushing too late down into the transition of turn 1.
Having your tires clean is really important, but having them all on the ground is more important.
Well, how about Ryan Blaney and Kevin Harvick splitting them? Kevin Harvick, that orange car, gets around on the outside. Blaney gets on the brakes and goes to the left. Oh, man.
Byron, and now Bell making up the front row. Bell on the inside, Byron on the outside, and back up through the gears they go.
Great organization in the outside, and you see there that line surging ahead. Now this organized on the inside with another 3-wide move by Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott, the man on the move, in the number 9 on the inside of that second duo of cars. Alex Bowman in the Ally 48, taking a peek to the inside of his teammate. Bubba Wallace trying not to move up a little bit too high into the 6 of Brad Keselowski as those two continue to fight for a spot.
Can he stretch it all the way to the end of this stage and win a stage? Get that playoff point would be very important. Oh, Christopher Bell around. Wow.
Bell spins around and caution comes out. It's the 6th one of the day.
He was in 11th place right there when he lost control off of turn 1.
It's going to be interesting for a few of the cars that were, I'm thinking, still planning on coming to pit road maybe. Now they're going to ride around under yellow. Let's see how the 20 gets back without damaging his car. Take a look, guys.
All by himself right here, just loose. Back comes around on the corner exit of turn 1.
And he was talking about himself and his pit crew, and that one's on him. Kyle Larson coming to pit road. Caution came out. He could not get on pit road. Most likely, I couldn't see the lights, but most likely it would have been a violation because the caution lights came on before he was on pit road. So wisely turned out.
Well, I mean, he can come to pit road, but it's closed. he wouldn't win the stage. But if you run out of gas, you run out of gas. I mean, you have to get around. So there you go.
Will I be able to get back to pit road?
Kyle Larson.
Here's the question. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. So Kyle Larson's going to win the stage. Ty Dillon second.
Door to door, side by side once again as Blaney gets a big shove from Ty Gibbs on that outside line.
It pushes him out clear, but they aren't together. That inside line is. Here comes the inside line back. Blaney's clear down in the turn. He slides up and takes the air away from the 24 to the inside Truex. He won't make the pass, but he slots into second place in front of Byron. Way up the racetrack here, the back of the field. Looks like Cole Custer up in the wall there as these cars jockey for position down in Long Pond Straight.
That was Eric Jones in the 43 that ducked way to the inside.
Bubba Wallace as well. Rick 3 wide down in the corner, taking a few spots.
Here comes the race for the lead again. Martin Truex Jr. to the inside. A big run on the 12.
He side drafts, moves way down the racetrack, continues that forward momentum. Look how far ahead. Blaney giving up another spot. Is there a problem with the 12 down the front straightaway there? He's to the bottom of the racetrack. Looks like he's a little bit off the pace, guys. The 4 coming around the outside.
Must have lost so much momentum.
It feels fine, Junior. Yeah, he said it feels fine, Rick. I just have no power. I don't know what's going on, but still losing spots for Ryan Blaney.
Well, it might feel fine, but it does not look fine. If he feels like it has no power, it has to be some sort of mechanical issue for this 12 car, because to your point, Junior, they're going by him. I mean, look how quickly the cars behind close in, and they're side by side.
Trying to listen to see if there's anything wrong with the engine.
It sounds normal, but obviously the acceleration is not there.
You saw over 190 miles an hour easy at the end of the straightaway. And this thing is only topping out at like barely 180, and you can see there's nothing the driver's going to be able to do at its pure straight line speed.
Denny Hamlin trying to use all the racetrack he can. Trying to kind of run Harvick up a little bit clean, but just an aggressive move off the corner. Harvick trying to squeeze the 11.
The 11 up the track a little bit here, taking the line away. There's contact right there.
While those two are side by side, here comes the 9 of Chase Elliott.
And he chose the 4 car to push down the straightaway rather than making it 3 wide.
Man.
He pushed the 4 right past the 11 of Denny Hamlin.
That's so frustrating for Denny, and he'll have to go back to work. Oh, crash!
Into the wall hard. And Austin Dillon for the second time. Around in turn 1, this time a hard contact.
Yeah,
that wall and fire under the hood.
It was a hard lick. The car got turned around, right rear first.
See him throwing the steering wheel, frustrated, disgusted with what's just happened.
He was running an 11th. Here we go. Yeah, I think he's expecting maybe that Reddick's going to be lower on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's 2 guys going for the same piece of asphalt. Used to be teammates at RCR.
Big hit.
Oh, helmet thrown at Reddick.
Angry. And I can see his argument, but I can also see Reddick saying, hey man, you know, I felt like you crowded me on entry, but it's such a dangerous entry at high speed.
And back to green we go from Pocono. Martin Truex Jr. in the 19. He is on the outside. William Byron on the inside, trying to fight to hold on to that second spot. He's lost spots on restarts.
4 wide in the backside of the top 20 there, Rick. Now down to 3 wide. Little contact. Car's getting off of turn 2.
Byron now with a little bit of a shove. Ty Gibbs pushing him into the tunnel turn.
Denny back here on the inside of the 9 of Chase Elliott. Trying to stay there off the tunnel, can't do it. Now Bubba Wallace, Ty Gibbs going at it.
2 Toyotas fighting for position.
Ty's going to try to stay there. Bubba up the racetrack. Ty's going to keep that car on the outside and have the momentum down this long straightaway.
Bubba gives the spot up, rolls in behind him to keep the guys from behind him catching up to him.
Truex blending off from pit road. The 5 of Kyle Larson, the first car to have service and fuel. The 5 of Kyle Larson pits at lap 120 for 2 tires, and now he is going to assume the lead of this race through the cycle. Big move by the 5 of Larson, 19 of Truex, 48 of Bowman. Now we have Ty Gibbs on pit road.
You got to push. You got to be in that throttle, pushing hard.
Caution's out.
That guy.
Caution's out to 14 of Chase Briscoe is around. He came out of turn 3, and around he went. Now there'll be another restart, and we have seen chaos on restarts today.
Well, pretty heavy damage to the back of that car.
Oh, wow. Yeah, looks like you got a little help there from the 77.
Ty Dillon was on the back bumper. Back into the gas they go. 13 laps to go at Pocono.
Good push on the outside. You see it. Bowman not able to get to the back of Denny Hamlin. They're going to lose a few spots before they get to turn 1.
Oh, check it up in the outside lane. Ty Gibbs had a little bit of issue there.
3 wide back there for 6th.
Reddick right in the middle of that. Sandwich.
Oh, rubbing
contact back there. Things getting dicey in the back.
Martin Truex Jr. up to 2nd now.
Give up a little bit on entry if you need to. Just to throttle up and beat the car behind you off the corner all the way down the straightaway.
Oh, around goes a car in the back. The 48 of Bowman spins and brings the caution out. He was running in the 3rd position, and around he went.
That's a tough break for the 48. I mean, his last top 5 was all the way back in COTA in March. He has not had a top 5 since returning from injury. He was in position today to get one. Let's see what happens.
Looks like he's chasing the back of the car and just loses it. Denny's giving him some time, trying to allow him to gather the car up, and you can see Denny's allowing other cars to get underneath him. So 11 checks up, trying to help the 48, but I don't know if there was an issue, a flat tire. 48 goes in the corner and loses it. Good push in the outside line. Reddick is not to the back of the 19. The outside line's going to have to speed the momentum down into turn 1.
Reddick not even close to the back of the 19. The 11 clears him, and now here comes Denny Hamlin to the inside for the lead through 1.
He runs the 5 wide, almost into the fence.
Up into the wall with the 5, and now the momentum behind them with the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Larson loses the lead. Hamlin's out front.
Oh, we got a crash behind him into the tunnel turn. A big wreck. Hard lick.
That's Haley in the 31, and he has turned around. A lot of damage to the driver's side of the 31, and so the caution comes out once again.
We saw this before, but it was Ross Chastain on the outside last year. Again, the 5 hard into the wall. Literally almost the same exact scenario. He comes down the racetrack trying to slow Denny down.
Yeah, you don't mind getting run up the racetrack a little bit, but when you get run up the racetrack this much to where now there's contact and it pushes you out of the groove, you have no choice but to lift out of the throttle, and you're still going to hit the wall. So, yeah, I don't blame him. I'd be mad too.
Hamlin has Harvick behind him. Martin Truex Jr. on the inside. Joe Gibbs Racing side by side.
That inside line just fails to connect every single restart. Truex is side drafting hard. Here comes the 45 to the inside. Reddick.
Couldn't get to the 19, and now Reddick drops back to 4th. And 2 car lengths separate Hamlin from Martin Truex Jr. They're 1 and 2, under 3 laps to go.
Truex not able to close the gap. Oh, there's a spin. The 41 of Priest is around.
Makes slight contact. No, he's not going to make contact with the inside wall, and no caution has come out.
Reddick to the inside for 2nd.
It's 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank.
Drag race down the front straightaway for 2nd place between Reddick and Truex. The 41 still sitting there, not refired.
Now he gets going. Trying to get going. You see the flames coming out of the exhaust of the 41. He can't get it refired.
They need to throw a caution right here.
The caution does come out. That will put Denny Hamlin in victory lane. Win number 60. And the crowd not happy.
Yeah, that's the right thing to do. That is 100% the right thing to do. You cannot let those cars go by him sitting in the racetrack like that. You don't have a choice. We all hate it, but there's no choice right there.
I don't believe that's what they're booing.
Way to go, guys.
I don't think that's what they're booing, buddy.
Well, I hope not.
No. I mean, that was the right call. The car can't be sitting there. Somebody gets turned around, coming out of that tunnel turn. You can hear the fans frustrated.
Win 50 comes at the boos of Pocono fans. The crowd maybe not so happy at how Denny Hamlin ended up winning this race.
Well, we're going when he gets out of that car.
We're going to know.
Yep.
50 wins for Denny Hamlin. 600 wins for Toyota. Ty Gibbs coming by to congratulate him. The 42-year-old from Chesterfield, Virginia. Now 7 times he has been to victory lane at Pocono.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.